book dragons, and welcome back to another video. Long time no see. I know. I was kind of figuring out what I wanted my channel to be like, what I wanted my channel to be, what I wanted to be like on my channel, all these channel questions. What do I want to do? What works, what doesn't work, like all those things, the questions you ask yourself as a content creator. I realized I just want my channel to be fun. I'm not here to make money out of it. I'm not here to become popular and famous and get free books. I mean, free books are always good, but that's not the point. I'm just here to have fun, to talk about the books I like, to talk about the authors I love, to talk about fantasy, which is my favorite genre, to talk about books, basically. And so I'm here today with a tag video because I thought, hey, it's the end of the year. Almost, it's October. The trees outside my window are red and orange and yellow, and it's amazing. I love this season. It is autumn, and now I really want to redo a cozy autumn reading vlog, which was my last video on this channel, which you can go check out. But I filmed that in the middle of August when it was 36 degrees, but now I can actually film a cozy autumn reading vlog, and I think I'm going to do that because it's the end of the year. It's amazing, and Christmas is coming up, and even though it's 2020, we're not going to let 2020 ruin the end of the year. So I decided, hey, there's this tag called the end of the year book tag, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to answer the questions, and we're going to do this together, and it's going to be a bunch of fun. Let's go. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes, there are. I'm really bad at starting books and then not finishing them sometimes. Sometimes I'm really good at it, sometimes I'm not. I'm not going to talk about the books that I'm currently reading that I am actively reading and therefore haven't finished, but I have, I think, 2 books. Let me check out my Goodreads. Just kidding. I have 4 books that I'm currently reading that I really want to finish. There's one book that I'm not counting because it started in 2015 and it's like a non-fiction about something. Point is, I have 4 books that I'm currently reading that I really started a long time ago and I want to finish. The first one is Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. I started this one with Felipe because we buddy read all of Joe Abercrombie's books. Then the both of us were on vacation. We were reading other things. She wasn't reading at all, which, girl, you do you. That's awesome. Sometimes that's just all you need, So it's not like I wasn't enjoying the book. We read the first part or the prologue or whatever it was. It was amazing. As always, it's Joe Abercrombie, one of my favorite authors of all time. I'm definitely going to continue with this one. I'm just going to wait with Philippa what she wants to do. Then I'm still reading Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. This book I started in April. I think this was, I think that was in April or in July or something. No, July. I started in July for the Tearing Pages book club. And then I was reading so many things at once in July. I was so overwhelmed. And summer started and I hate summer. So I didn't finish it, but I was loving this book and I want to finish it before the end of the year. I'm also still reading The Two Lives of Lydia Bird, which I started in February, guys. February. I was still with my broken leg and everything, and I still haven't finished this book. It's a contemporary book. I just need to sit down, binge it, and finish it. Then I'm also still reading Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I started this technically in 2018, but I restarted it recently as like my book that I read right before bed, just because it's like about creativity and stuff like that. So those are the 4 books that I started that I need to finish before the end of the year. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? The answer to this question is yes and no. If you look at my cozy autumn reading vlog, I read a bunch of graphic novels. In that one, I read The Tea Dragon Society, Pumpkinheads, and there was the Carnet de Cerise, which I didn't read, but I could have read. And those kind of graphic novels, I love to read in like September or so to just transition me, or at the end of August to transition me into the fall mood, because it's not like a full-on book, but it is like the visuals of fall. And then I'm like, okay, now it's October. Now I'm going to decorate my house, even though it's still 36 degrees outside, which is what happened in that video. In the fall, I tend to read huge fantasy novels. I mean, I read big fantasy books all year round. But in the fall, it's when I just want to grab a blanket, tuck into a big mug of tea with a big fantasy. And so, yeah, I'm going to say yes, I have a book, but I don't have a specific book. I just have big fantasy novels. Like right now, I'm reading Abercrombie and Sanderson. I was reading The Return of the King in September, which was a perfect transition into fall. I would also say historical fiction or like whimsical books about books. I'm thinking like Shadow of the Wind, even though I haven't read it, but I think that might be a good book to transition you. But The Star of the Sea, I read The Star of the Sea, and that was also a good book to transition me into the fall mood. Basically, all of those things. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Need I say more? Rhythm of War, guys. Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. The 4th book in the Stormlight Archive comes out in November, and my body, my soul is ready for this book. Okay, I'm so excited for this book. Like, I literally am shivering. Okay, I'm normal. I can be normal. Other than that, other than Rhythm of War, I'm of course still waiting for The Burning God and Fires of Vengeance. Those books, the end of the year is gonna be so fantastic. Like, so many good books to read. Oh my goodness gracious, I am ready. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Perfect question, because in the beginning of the year, I made a list of 10 books I wanted to read in the year of 2020. And from those 10 books, I only have 3 left to go. I'm so happy. I didn't think that I was going to read all of them, but I am pretty close. And so I have 3 left to go. So I'm going to say those 3. Of course, there's still Rhythm of War and all the books I already talked about, but I'm not counting those. I'm counting these 3. And that will be The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. It is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee, and The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Again, yes and no. Shock, no. But could there still be a book that becomes my favorite book of the year? Yes, Rhythm of War. I think Rhythm of War may be my favorite book of the year, but it wouldn't be shocking. It would be shocking if, for example, The Burning God or The Fires of Vengeance, which I know are going to be favorite books, but if they trump Rhythm of War, you know? So we'll see. But either way, it wouldn't be so shocking, actually, because those books I'm already expecting to give 5 stars to. So yes and no. I think that my favorite books of the year, or some of my favorite books of the year, are still coming, but it won't be shocking. And the final question, have you already started making reading plans for 2021? Yes, I have. There's a group with whom we decided that we wanted to read The Wheel of Time in 2021. I don't know if that's still happening. I'm going to actually check up on this group and see if they're all still up for it. So that was a reading plan to read The Wheel of Time. I don't know if the group doesn't want it. I still may do it myself because I really want to read The Wheel of Time. I want to finish reading the Cosmere. I wanted to do that this year, finish reading the Cosmere, but then I didn't. So I wanted to finish reading the Cosmere next year. And I have already started thinking about top books that I want to read next year. So yes, I've already started making reading plans, not 100% concrete. I will be making videos on all of those plans, of course. But yeah, I already started toying with ideas. So there you go, guys. That's the tag, the end of the year book tag. I'm super excited. There is 2 months left in this hellhole of a year that was 2020. Let's just say this year was just like a bunch of crap, and like I'm still scared for the 2 months that's left because there's still 2 big events plus a pandemic coming. If you were like, what 2 big events? Elections in the US and the Brexit. So, you know, like those 2 things are big, and then there's still a pandemic going on. So we'll see how it goes. At least we have amazing books to get us through the end of the year. I am not worried about the book content. That is always there. The book game is always amazing. To just spread the love, I would like to tag a few people to do this video. Of course, I'm going to tag Philippa, Manganet, and Natasha, and anyone else who wants to do it. Please feel free to do so. Claudia, you should do it as well. I want you to do this video, okay? I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing all kinds of well. Take care of yourself, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!